That thing is hilarious, man. I love watching that. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Let's get that music up and running. Let's keep it kicking. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I don't care what's happening in the markets. We have a beautiful life to live. We are all alive. You have to remember that. Beautiful, beautiful day to be alive. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First thing we're going to do is put the lemon into the water, decalcify that pineal gland, get ourselves hydrated, get ourselves ready for another beautiful day. Shout out to you all here. Stay awesome. Stay ready to go. Man, and we were short. Remember last night, I was bearish. I said I'm bearish on the smaller time frames. I'm bullish on the bigger ones until we get a change here. If you were watching my channel earlier this morning, if you're in my trading group, last night I talked about a break to the downside. We got the break to the downside, as suggested, right? You would have made money on a short had you watched my live stream last night. I did not say, oh, we're going to have a huge pump to the upside. Watch out for the pump. Also, we hit scalps on the weekend, long scalps on the weekends that I pointed out. So I was able to pretty much maintain where Bitcoin was likely going to go based on probabilities. All right, now this is a descending triangle. This is likely to break to the downside. The 15-minute was turning down. We were at 29,245, something like that. Bitcoin has already dropped another $100 since I put my update out. I was talking about another move further to the downside. So I'm going to look at Bitcoin on a new chart right now. I just need to look at it fresh again after the drop and do what I do every single day. I didn't do it this morning per se, but shout out. There's always someone new on the channel. Shout out to all the new people here on the live stream. I appreciate it. I notice there's someone new here every day because people use the links to sign up, and I greatly appreciate that. So shout out to anyone that uses my affiliate links that supports me. I really, really appreciate it. When you hit those affiliate links, you help me be able to do what I do for a living. I get to bring in money through teaching. I get to bring in money through trading. I get to bring in money through my trading group and affiliate links. You produce multiple streams of income for me. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's like, I thought when I started my YouTube channel, I was just gonna barely make, maybe in a few years, I'd get 5,000 viewers, 5,000 subscribers. Nobody would really know me. I had no plans. I didn't write down, I'm gonna become the biggest thing in the world. Of course, everyone wants to be that huge, but I was defeated at that point in my life. Other times I wrote business plans. We're gonna go all the way. This point I was like, you know what? I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna do it and hope it goes somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, I was just kind of like, you know what? Let me just put my best foot forward and see what happens, and here we are together. So I followed my heart, and here we are. And I talk about that a lot, following the passion inside your heart. Nobody knows the true passion in your heart but you. Seriously. And nobody knows how great you are but you. Only you know what you can truly achieve. You know what I mean? So shout out to PS5, future of gaming, my man. God bless you for being here. And I'm going to head on over to MEXC Global. Why am I going to head to MEXC Global? I'm going to buy some Bitcoin, and I'm going to be buying it, fee-free, without paying any fees. So why am I going to do that? Because Bitcoin's red right now, and I like red candles. So I personally like to buy red candles. I head over here to our spot. Look, 0 spot maker and taker fees here. You can't, I just can't reiterate this. We're in a bear market. People are struggling. It's not easy, and they're offering the ability to grab Bitcoin for 0 fees, which I find absolutely insane. So every single day here on the channel, I pin my trading group, because you would have known what happened to Bitcoin throughout the weekend. You wouldn't have woken up surprised on this Monday morning seeing that dump. You would have had a higher probability of what was going to happen. In my trading group, you will get a higher probability of what is likely going to happen to Bitcoin, and it's going to be more accurate than you would believe. And then hit the link here to MEXC Global. Dude, you got to join MEXC. If you're not on MEXC and, you got kicked off a KuCoin, something happened, you got to join MEXC Global today. So let's head on over to MEXC. Let's head on over to BTC. And you see me just gobbling up Bitcoin, gobbling up all coins. I'm constantly grabbing up coins on the low. So let me buy about $500 more worth of Bitcoin. Yeah. And I'm sure there's another coin that could make me even more. But you know what? This goes to the hardware wallet, nice and safe. And I gobble up some more BTC at 29,000. I want to make sure I get my order filled. 29,110. Order history filled. Look at that. And I just bought myself, oh my God, they got me for the whole 2,000. Dang it. But it's zero fees, so no worries. Look, we can just sell back $1,800. Funny though, this happens. One thing I want to tell you, you'll hit this button, somehow this will always revert back to 100%. They've gotten me numerous times. You know what I mean? So I just bought 0.08 Bitcoin. I bought the whole shalaboob, right? But I don't want to buy the whole shaloo. I mean, I don't mind. It's just more Bitcoin. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I'd like to keep some cash on the sidelines. All right? So I'm just going to sell back $1,800 worth of Bitcoin. Now, of course, I lost a bit because I got to sell it back. Actually, no, I gained some because I bought it 110 and I'm going to sell it back a little higher. Funny. Look, that's how you make $7, everybody. Hey, $7 is $7, right? And I'll sell it cheaper. Wow, it's going up fast now. I just made myself $20. Look at that. Woo! That's so funny, right? I just made $20. Accidentally buying Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And that went through. Now I got my $1,800 back. No worries. But I did buy my $500 worth of BTC. I'm super happy. About $582 actually worth of Bitcoin. So I take advantage of these days to buy BTC. All right? Using MEXC Global, paying zero fees. So there you go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. 383 people on the live, 140 likes. May we get those likes up to the watchers. Yeah, you would have made $20 if you bought a whole Bitcoin. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I bought like I didn't make $20. Yeah, you're right. I wasn't thinking. Anyway, so we double topped here. The weekly looking bearish. Curving here on the stochastics. We have bearish divergence on the RSI. It's not a good sign on the weekly. When the weekly has bearish divergence, you know, you want to see the weekly turn back up, make a higher high, and negate this. It's not solidified 100% because usually divergence comes above the dotted line. It's very rare below. That's my only catch on this, but it is a bullish divergence, a bearish divergence. And we pointed it out probably about, I don't know, I'd say about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago when we first looked at it. MACD is also bearish, turning to the downside. It suggests that Bitcoin is going to take a tumble on the month. If you look at the weekly chart suggests, hey, there's some downward momentum coming for BTC. All right. You can also, we've had this open-minded shoulder, kind of head, right shoulder breaks to the downside. It would come and test that $18,000 level, right? Everyone's like, Sam, you've been bearish and you said 18,000. I mean, you've been bullish. I'm open-minded. Once you get to know me as a trader, you know that I don't have, I'm not stuck on one way. Anything could happen, right? Lifer, what is Comcast? Isn't it a place where you can get cable? I don't know, Anyway, so bearish div here on Bitcoin on the weekly. No goo. The 3-day chart also is turning to the downside. I did say sometimes we've pumped from there, but usually it's when we're in extremely bullish times. Right now we're in intermediary times, somewhat in disbelief. We're maintaining an uptrend, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. As long as we keep a high above this high, we'll be okay. I mean a low. As long as we maintain this low above this low, we're going to be all right. All right. Did you get a workout today? I got a crazy workout in today. I did this guy's workout. This workout is insane. It's 27 minutes long. I'm telling you right now, though, it will rip you up. You will do so many push-ups during the workout. And it's one of the insane fat-burning muscle endurance workout due to huge demand. Dude, a level 6. This workout routine is not for beginners and intermediates. This routine is hardcore. It's never meant to be fun or that kind of I feel great workout routine. This routine was designed to push your mind and body to the limit or beyond, especially your VO2 max. Good luck. I mean, every time I finish this workout, I am in a sense of just straight euphoria. My body and mind is just crazy. Anyway. One good thing that makes sense to me is for the weekly to continue high, it has to maintain some type of structure with the 21-day moving average. So I just feel like we're coming back to the 21. Just look, we pumped, we came back to the 21 with the kiss. We pumped, we came back to the 21. We pumped, We're just coming back to the 21 for a little hello. You know what I mean? I'm maintaining this idea too that we could be making this beautiful structure of an ascending triangle just coming to test this level here at about 27,200. Right? Then kind of make a more bullish sideways structure and break off to the upside. So I'm open-minded to that idea. The daily is oversold but beat to the ground, and that's when you can get a momentumous move either way. Okay, gonna get rid of my ascending triangle projection and the bearish div. So now we go to maintain the levels that matter. Crucial level of support, 28,006, 28,500. A lot of liquidity right in this area, right? Resistance. You can see we bounced through it, came back up, fell through it, resistance, got back above it. A retest of this area would be good to solidify the fact that we are still strong in the zone. So wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. 21's a little curvy for me and far away from the 200 SMA. That always gives me a little weariness. And my bullish megaphone has finally been crushed. You could try to say, fine, we're still in a megaphone like this. It's a little much. To me, I felt like we breached. We breached the area. One could try to swing it and say, well, it's now in this beautiful falling wedge. I'm okay with that. But to me, I feel like we fell out. We maintained too nice of a structure, and we lost that structure to the downside. So right now, Bitcoin has lost the level, in my humble opinion, of a bullish megaphone. And I stick to my structures until they break or change up or down, right? So we broke to the downside technically. Now we could come back inside and I would be like, okay, Bitcoin could maintain a move back inside and it could be a bear trap. And I'd be okay with that. So I'm open-minded to that idea. Shout out to the 466 people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. Let's go. Let's 8 your average YouTube channel. Let's go, baby. Every single day. I teach consistency. You know how hard it is to show up every single day? You don't think there's a day I wake up where I'm just like, I got to drag myself to this table. I got to throw this tie on even though my neck hurts. I'm sweating. I'm hot. I push through no matter what. Or there's a day all my family and friends are going, hey, we're going to the beach for a morning sunset, and a morning beach moment. We're having breakfast on the beach. Then we're all going to go take a walk in the park. We're going to start at 8. We're going to end at 1. And I'm like, I can't do that. I have to do my show. You know what I mean? I get invited places all the time. And, hey, why don't you come golfing tea time at 9 a.m.? We can't wait to see you, buddy. It's been a while. I say, man, I can't go. I got my show. And don't worry, I don't want you to feel bad. I'm excited. I love that I picked something to do with my life. But, I just realized that, it's not a normal life. I don't live a normal life, not anymore, I only like when sauce is spilled, my man. I love you. Anyone have any idea what happened to the 5X leverage tokens on MEXC? They took them away? So, look, this maintains a level at 28,500 as well, which corroborates our bearishness and says, hey, they want to load up. There's big orders down there, 28,600, 28,500. We don't have much up there, so BOOKMAP also says, hey, yeah, I could see a long squeeze to the downside. So the next time you're camping for the weekend, the next time you're somewhere at 10 a.m. to 12 with family and friends, remember that that's only the weekends for me, right? And then on the weekends, everyone says, hey, why don't you come to the barbecue, hang out. Everyone will get here at 4. We hang out till about 8 or 9. And I'm always like, yeah, I'll come, but I got to leave at 7 because I got my show. Like last night, I pushed my show because I finally was like, man, I really want to be there and hang out. And I was going to have to leave at like 6:45. And I ended up leaving at like 7:30, which got me home at like 8:40. So my show was late, But so Bitcoin loses structure, hands down, in my humble opinion. The most benevolent way to put this is say, oh, it's still trying to be in like a falling wedge, But to me, it lost structure of the bullish megaphone. It could come back inside. It's bouncing off the 50, which is okay on the daily. See how the 50-day moving average is cupping price action. It did lose a major a major point of control there. And the next big area is 26,800. So don't be confused if you see 26,000 just because there's a gap in the VRVP there. There's even a gap, look at that. Now, if we crush in, you can see there's still a gap in the VRVP at least to about 28,000. So not as bad, but, you got this big level of liquidity that starts around here. So I'd be looking at this area, to up my ante, maybe $1,000 to $2,000 Bitcoin buys. You have to remember, these are the times to buy as much Bitcoin as possible while no one else is paying attention. Soon, Bitcoin will be, 2-3 years from now, in my humble opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, but Bitcoin will be worth so much, and people will not be able to get their hands on it. It just won't happen. Shout out to my West Coast people at 7:30 a.m. jumping on in. You're getting the best updates really, really quick. Called priorities equals adulting, my man. Normal life is whatever fits your lifestyle. Amen. Hey, Lifer, could you check Doge? Thoughts on Litecoin? Send in a super chat for TAs and deep dives. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to Shirley Sound in the game. Shout out to Darth Dude. Seize the day. The amount of resource in the group is unbelievable. 1 month in the group, you should have made your money back. Within a week, you gained a Lifer family and will think, why didn't I join sooner? Seize the day. I love you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that. We're stripping that out. Actually, let me get my mouse off of it. But if you could go and rewrite that same thing in the testimonials, because it's cool when I post it, I get it. But if you could go, because the testimonials are free too, you don't even need to be in here. But if you could write it in here, it would be unbelievable. Lakochi Coker sent in an unbelievable testimonial. Lakochi, we love you, bro. Said, when I first saw you on YouTube, I thought it was a coincidence because I immediately loved the energy I got from you. No, it wasn't a coincidence. My vibration was just catching up perfectly, and the universe spun you into my reality. I remember I was just coming out of some sort of dark night of the soul at the time. Evolving, my orientation changed, my desires, my prayers. Now I told God if there was nothing I could do for him, there was no need for me to continue living. I didn't see any reason to. But if there was something or something I exist for, then he should strengthen me in getting it done for him. My praise changed from me to for him. Now my existence feels very purposeful, having to live for a course, not for myself in particular. My heart burned with a type of fire I cannot speak of. Yet here you are, Crypto Lifer, spitting out all now that makes me tick. I can never be grateful enough for you, You're the best thing that has happened to me since I was born on earth. Thank you so very much for simply being you and who you are, opening up yourself to be a channel of love. This ethos of yours is always my dream, and I'm more than willing to live it for the rest of my waking life on earth. Let's go. Thank you for being an encouragement for me and many others who are on the same path. Thank you for everything you have done and still doing for me. I love and appreciate you way more than you would ever know. God bless you, and you're always and forever. Thank you, Lakochi. I appreciate it, man. God bless you, man. I had good parents. My mom and dad were good to me. You know what I mean? My mom and dad were good to me. And good new token metrics data has been produced this morning. And we can see some coins that may be hot. XCAD continuing to get some moves here. You might want to write XCAD down. That was also on the radar last week. Ended up being a big gainer. So I'm just saying the trading group has so much resources for you. So are we going to lose 29,000? It looks highly likely that that's about to occur. I was bearish on the descending triangle, so we had that move to the downside as well. 4-hour time frame also losing beautiful market structure. You can't say that wasn't holding some type of zone here, and we lost the zone. Now we could bear trap back inside and then rip all the way to the top of the pattern. I would not be surprised. Lately, that's been kind of crazy. It's also Monday, false move Monday. Do not feel forced to trade today. I always tell my students and people, do not feel forced to trade on Mondays. All right? It's called False Move Monday for a reason. All right? So we talked about this descending triangle breaking to the downside this morning in the trading group. That's a descending triangle. It's got a flatter bottom with a diagonal bottom coming off, a diagonal top. And lo and behold, with a little bit of leverage, I do about 10 to 15, sometimes 20x. That would have been a 3.6% gain to the downside, right? Dogecoin public, we may need healing, but we are never broken. The greatest teachers are those who struggle the hardest to learn their lessons. Lifer, what is the original name before Comcast? I don't know why you keep asking me this. I have no idea what you're talking about. God bless you, though. Xcoin is not Elon. No. Honest opinion on Sol. Need all-time high in the next cycle. I just, you know what? Sol's coming out with a phone. I personally don't like it. I get bad vibes from it, and I want nothing to do with it. I'm sorry. That's just my that's how I am with Solana. I'm sorry. It's just the facts. However, it has a pretty big group of people around it, right? It's got a big following. The tech works when it doesn't break down every 5 seconds. Hey. Solana, right? But you know, it's got the phone coming out. It's got some good tech. I believe it could make a new all-time high. $300, $400. You know what I mean? I personally I may swing trade it if it looks right. I'm not going to be emotional about it. I'm just going to take the trade if the trade presents itself. But for the most part, I mean, I'm not a fan. You know, I believe XRD might be a better buy than Solana. I believe Caspa's a better buy than Solana. I think AGIX is a better buy than Solana. I believe that, you know, these are my ideas and thoughts. I could be completely wrong. I may have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. These are just my thoughts, you know. So I'm not a huge lover of that idea for Solana, right? So, all right, hugely oversold now on the 7 and the 5, expecting a bounce back to the upside here. Look at this. It's attempting to V-shape recovery now, back inside the pattern. Could you say we're in a falling wedge? Let's see. You can kind of say it's in a broadening falling wedge, technically, that wants to break back to the top of the pattern here. I did see a descending triangle, though, that definitely did break down at one point. You know. And sometimes I'll maintain two patterns in my mind until one picks up more than the other. You know what I mean? You'd be like, what, you're crazy, though, lifer. I'm like, well, I'm open-minded. I do whatever works. I don't follow everybody's rules. I do whatever works for me. You know, if drawing two patterns and one breaks up or down works for me, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I still see a descending triangle, right? With a measured move, the base of that to the downside. Now you're looking for some type of bullish divergence. You technically have it here on the 7 because that's a full-blown swing up. Well, that's a full-blown swing down. That should maintain your bottom for the day. You know, the bullish divergence usually maintains the swing low for the day. We definitely took out those longs real quick, right? Tiny little bit of a long squeeze, but you can see liquidated. If you stick with my channel, we'll keep you from getting liquidated. We'll do everything we can to keep you from getting liquidated. We'll give you all the information you can have so you can make the best decision possible. BOOKMAP says we go down to 28.5 and 0.65 on XRP. Yeah, very highly likely. We got ants everywhere. I try not to kill the ants. He's still alive down there. I don't think I heard him. Anyway, I let them crawl all over me. Ants are just, they're not really like, you know. I feel like they're clean. Maybe they're dirty. I don't know, but I'd rather have an ant than a fly. You know what I mean? So, shout out to the 554 people on the live, 219 likes. I remember, you know, yesterday I was sitting in my backyard, and I said, remember when you first had 300 people on the live stream? I said, you couldn't hit, you bugged out. I said, I remember when I first had 500, I got so nervous that I was like looking at and then when we went down to 450, I was like, what did I do? Like, you know, so funny. TA blows my mind. I remember you always say, show me the charts and I'll show you the news. You talked about DOGE ready for a pump the other day. Then the Twitter news comes out today. Crypto Wanderer, I mean, we kept saying that, you know, Litecoin halving soon. What do you think will happen before? Greetings, my man. Honestly, it looks like show me the, it's a buy the rumor, sell the news type of move. To me, this looks like a long right here. That's a very strong bullish divergence. If it wasn't a Monday, I'd long that. But I believe you're going to get a move back to the upside here to about 29,200. Now, you maintain two main resistance points here for Bitcoin. One is going to be the local 29,256 and then 29,367 or 350. If you can't get above these two levels, expect more downside. Let's see if the 7-minute can bring us back up and get a bit of a short squeeze now. You know, you have a bunch of people that just shorted. There's a bunch of stop losses here that they can go eat. So let's look at our liquidation indicator and see if it's got more liquidations either way. And it's consolidated a little more long, but look, if it can stretch out, it's got more this way. It's got more shorts. This is the 100X, 50X, 25X shorts. This is the 100X, 50X, and 25X longs, okay? These are their liquidation points. This indicator is showing us where people are going to get liquidated around price action, all right? And you can see if we go down here, we liquidate some people, but if we go up, we liquidate far more people, you know? We're a little more consolidated up in this area here at 30,000. So if we can get back into 30K, we're going to liquidate far more shorts than if we just go further down to 28. However, we could clean up the rest of the people that are just in waiting down to 28,000 and then rip back up to 30K. So that's kind of what this looks like to me. And have no fear. Take a deep breath. All is well. You know what I mean? All is well. Right now, it looks like we're maintaining the end of the dump for now. And the 7-minute will respond with some bullish divergence, lack of bearish on the MACD. We should get a move back to the upside. Falling wedge could even break up. This is technically a falling wedge. And it could V-shape recovery all the way back in. Remember, can we get back inside the pattern is the question. We're looking to get back inside the bullish megaphone. We get back inside here, it negates this and turns this into a bear trap. So, woke up to 70% short profit. God bless you, Matt Ski. Matt Ski. We love you, Matt. Thank you for being here. Shout out to the Crypto Wanderer. Shout out to Shirley Sound. Make sure they aren't carpenter ants. They'll eat your house. I don't think so. I think we're all right because we get ants every year. They come in and out. They're just regular black ants. Took an opportunity to add a little to the bags. We have a super moon in August. Woke. 31st being the super blue moon. Amazing. But we should have a moon coming up. My dad's wake was on Cinco de Mayo, which was the flower moon. I'll always remember it for the rest of my life. And so I know that the moons are now around the 5th, you know, between somewhere in the 3rd and the 7th of the month. So we got some full moons coming. August 1st would be the next full moon. That would make sense to me. The full moon would be Tuesday, August 1st. But the moon will still appear full at night before and after its peak to the casual stargazer. Because after the July fully moon, which occurred July 3rd, yeah. According to the Old Farmer's Almanac, sometimes known as the sturgeon moon, is likely come from both colonist and Algonquin-speaking peoples. The full moon shows its face to the earth about once a month. Most of the time, the full moon isn't perfectly full. We always see the same side of the moon, but part of its shadow due to the moon's rotation. Only when the moon and the earth and the sun are perfectly aligned is the moon 100% full. And that's a lunar eclipse. Interesting. So August 3rd, we have 2 moons in August. We have one on August 1st and August 30th. The blue moon will be August 31st. The sturgeon moon. And you'll be able to see the moon on at 2:30 p.m., which is kind of weird, man. Eastern time. People bring up the moon cycle with Bitcoin. Sounds crazy, but usually correlates. Now, we've gone over that many times, and I have a video on it. You definitely want to check it out. Type in Crypto Lifer. Yeah, we covered this, I think, 2 years ago. Is Bitcoin controlled by the moon? Check out this video. Got 2,000 views. It's evergreen. Send it to your friend. Tell people about it. But definitely watch this. This breaks down. And, I mean, it's a good 6-minute video that focuses only on that one idea. So, you know, yeah. You'll be ready to rock with us. Shout out to everybody following me on 569 beautiful people watching. Is the rally over? We have a Fed meeting coming in 2 days, right? CME Watch Tool suggests that we will get the rate hike. What do you all think? I asked yesterday on Twitter, is the rate hike baked in? Let's see what people said. And are you over or under? Dude, I'm over, man. You can't do under. Under, it just keeps falling down. Are you over or under on your toilet paper? Man, it's over every time. Always. Like, I've always had this. Like, my wife will do it the other way. I come in and I have to reset. I'm like, no. It's over every time. Let's get real now. Like, it comes over, you pull it over, then you have that structure to pull. This way, you can kind of pull, you can kind of keep pulling down. It's over, man. It's over. Like, it's always over. It's never been under. Anyone who thinks it's under, you got to get your head checked. It ain't happening. I'm sorry, man. The patent stated over. If you read it, you're funny. Just in, but over. Under for the psychos. I know, has to be offered, not taken. Parabola paper structure. Over for the week. Over forever. You man, I have to flip it too. My wife stopped replacing it after I flipped it. Always over, under, no date, deal breaker. I just think that I'm going to wipe my mom with it, so don't really matter. You're funny. It matters. See, everything matters to me. That matters to me. You know what I mean? Let's see if the rate hike. Is the Fed rate hike baked in? Already baked in. I think so, yes. If the market is 99% certain of a hike, there would have been no pause, in my opinion. Pause holds this week. The re-hike talk was all to stall Bitcoin pump from BlackRock institutions. Yeah, for the most part, I believe so. I think there will still be slight volatility the day of as well. Of course, I'm playing with it that way. At 99% certainty of a 20.2% AGI. I'm assuming it is, yeah. Most of the time, yes, some big news like BRICS country, blah, blah, blah. Almost certainly, we will rip up immediately after before dropping 2-3% of the day. False move up first, real move second. Happens every time. It's funny, someone called that on my channel, and then it happened exactly as he said. Said they're going to pump it, and then they dump it at the end of the day. So right now, we got a 98.6% chance that they raise the rates by 0.25%. We knew that at the last rate hike. To me, I believe it's baked in. I think we'll see volatility and some up and down, but I don't believe we're going to get the major sell-off like a normal rate hike would give us. But that's, who knows? We'll maintain that. We'll go from there. So far, that divergence played out beautifully. I did want to open up along there on that idea. Likely you were going to get a bounce off the divergence. Come to my channel. I'm able to find the exact bottoms and tops of local areas. I'm not going to say every time, but like if you're watching a nasty dump and you come to my channel, I'll be calmly opening up price action on like a smaller time frame. And remember I told you there was a bunch of stops right here for those little shorts, and they're probably going to likely go and get those shorts, and they did, right? 31,000, 7 accounts just got liquidated right there on the futures, right? And they're going back. This is a regular Monday. They're doing what they do. They're liquidating left and right, back and forth, all over the place. So, girls just dates by the cleanness of your bathroom. Guys just dates by the position of their toilet paper. You're funny. Girls don't care about the cleanliness of a guy's bathroom. I'll tell you that right now. I always kept a clean bathroom. I wasn't one of those people. I saw other people, I could not believe it. I'd go over a couple guys, apartment in when I was in college. I asked to use the bathroom or something on my way in or out. I was dropping something off. Someone left something. Oh, I'll bring you your book or whatever. Can I use the bathroom? And then I'd look at the bathroom and I was like, oh my gosh. It make me want to gag, man. My dad was super clean. My mom was super clean. Like, you couldn't leave anything in my house. Like everything is neat. My house is always neat, So that was unacceptable in my house. So look, we had a resistance there. Look, local resistance at the point of control there, 29,184. You can see resistance, 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 resistance. I mean, 3, 5 candles. And look, this candle wicked right to it and couldn't get back above it. We did get the move back up, but we're still trending further to the downside. Bitcoin has to get back above 29,250 and then 29,350 just to even begin the idea that we could get back into some type of bullish market structure. All right. 7 minutes still has legs to the upside. It has to break back above 29,250 at least, at the very least. All right. So this is this strange falling wedge that broke to the downside. And then the bigger picture is the bullish megaphone that we just lost structure of. We maintain. We were hanging there too long. We couldn't hang, 28.5 for Bitcoin, clean area for the bulls. It looks likely. Yeah. Are we going to get a freebie short tutorial on the $1.75x leverage technique? I've been using it to get good entries and compound the trade for gains. Point Dexter, we love you. And that's every single Sunday from 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. Jump on in and take a class. We will teach you. Invest in yourself. It's $99 to get an amazing strategy. And it's not even just a strategy. Then you get put in the group. And it's one thing to just give someone a course and throw them to the wayside. We don't do that here. Like, you take my course, we have the trading group for you. We have the course really is the 99, and then we have the trading group to back you up. So, I have OCD. It's always over. Exactly. It's always over. No games. No games, right? So we have PCI data coming in today too as well. Let's see here. No, we had consumer price index. We had consumer price index. I don't think it comes out to 712. That was 724. I don't believe it comes out to. You could be right. I don't know. I don't believe so though. We might have PCI. Consumer price index up. Yeah. If you could send me a link, if you could DM me a link. No, you might be right, but DM me a link. DM Jamie. Whenever you get an idea like that, DM Jamie. See if you can pick up on something, and then he'll figure out whether it's, you know what I mean? And then I won't have to, like, you get it, right? Yeah, anyway. I'll be quiet. All right, let's take a look here. 15-minute. Yeah, so just Bitcoin just looking more and more bearish, man. Technically retesting the descending triangle now. Like, it fell out of the descending. Came in, tried to get in, and is retesting it to the downside. The measured move of the descending is 28.8, right? So let's bring on 28,000. Let's get more Bitcoin, you know, and then I will maybe unload that hole. Baby, you're so pretty. Where'd you get that dog? What's on your eye, baby girl? Come here. Let me get a hug. You got caught yesterday? I love you, son. I love you, baby. One of the dogs get you? You got a little cut on your eye there? You okay? The dog, huh? Generational wealth buying opportunity on PEPE right now. Funny, I've been buying a little bit of PEPE. I don't want anyone to know, but I'm buying a little bit of PEPE on the low. You know what I mean? We'll take a look at PEPE. So, you know why? Because they were accumulating so much PEPE. Something tells me that it's not over yet. It's just not over yet for PEPE. So, wait for the 7-minute to kind of either break out or reset here. It's still got room on the stochastics RSI. You got to get this 7-minute above 29,250. Otherwise, you know, or you're just barely retesting this area here for further downside. All right. Let's take a look at PEPE. Shout out to everybody here, man. Shout out to this awesome community. We wreck shop. We go over Bitcoin every single day, no matter what, right? I feel great today on this live stream. I don't know about y'all, but I feel unbelievable. Never felt better. Never felt better, man. This morning workout was hard. I was going to throw up at one point. Like, I was, like, exhausted. I do the hardest workout on Mondays. That way the rest of the week feels great. So let's take a look at PEPE here on the daily time frame. Lifer friend, man, you can do no wrong once you're in with me, baby. Once you decide to be a soldier in the army, man, I got you for life, brother. I love you, man. So take a look. That's why I get so hurt when people throw away my loyalty, because my loyalty is for life. Like, I'm not just a fly-by-night type of person. Once I bring you into my inner circle, like, I bring you in for life. And so when people did what they did back in the, I just, man, that's why I get so hurt, because I care so much about my relationships, and I procure my relationships, and it's important to me to treat everybody like a brother in my life. I either treat you like a brother or I don't want you in my life. You know what I mean? I don't have any halvesies in my life. I have people that I want to love and be like I want them in my family and a part of my everything I'm doing, or I don't want you in my life. I don't keep half people around me. I don't have half relationships. I have full, beautiful, amazing relationships, or you don't get to know me. You know what I mean? So Pepe had the double top, broke down, same kind of idea as the bullish megaphone, right? It's in this consolidative move though. Look at this low, high, higher low in market structure if it can maintain that. Take a look at our 3-day chart. Can't even use the 3-day, so that's great. The 22-hour also showing signs of being very oversold. Possible beautiful move back to the upside for Pepe. If it loses this trend line, it looks like it could go double bottom back at 8,070, right? That would be a pretty nasty dump, but it's still maintaining 13. Pepe, man, we first got in at 3, and I mean, we'd still be up huge on our Pepe move from when we first got into Pepe right here on the channel at 25 and 3. Isn't that crazy? Like my initial Pepe entry is still almost up 5x. It's just crazy. Sam is the hardest working people in the game. You're funny. He has helped me change my life. He is the epitome of a sensational mentor. He will help boost your frequency. I believe I'll help. I believe that is my main gift. I finally realized what my gift was. Is helping other people raise their frequency. Helping other people raise their vibration. Raising my vibration so high that I can literally ripple effect onto you. You can, because vibration is like a sensation. It's like moving through the earth, right? So if you're around me, even online, even if you're around me, not in the physical, but you're around me and you're able to pick up on my frequency, I'm going to jettison into you, right? You're going to feel that energy. That's what's different about this channel. You keep asking yourself, what's so different about this channel? Why do I like this? Why do I like this lifer guy? Why do I keep coming back? It's the energy and the vibration in which I use. Very conscious of the words I'm using, very conscious of everything that I'm doing on the channel, all well thought out from beginning to end, right? And there's a reason, there's a method to my madness, as people say, all right? So keep coming back, and then you're going to be able to raise your frequency and then do the same thing for somebody else. This is how the world will change. This is how we'll eventually release ourselves from the low frequency people. And we'll continue to move, right? And we take this same mentality into trading, staying positive, keeping ourselves going, keeping ourselves ready to rock. So we see a kind of it's got a bullish divergence it calls out here on the indicator. Very oversold in the RSI, very oversold on price action. Coming back to hit this trend line too as well. Could Pepe make 157% gains in the next few weeks? Back to the upside and come back to that all-time high. Only time will tell. My pants is vibrating for 28.3. That's crazy, Manuel. Watch your pants, man. Be careful. Shout out to Jesse Namazel in the house. Shout out to Polygon Rocker. Shout out to Fud Expert. Shout out to Seymour Liddy Cabrera. Shout out to Arceus. Shout out to Crypto Billy, Lakochi Coker, GF Burke, and TJ DJ. We love you all. Darth Dude 73 in the house. The whole team is here. The whole team is here. Shout out to 637 beautiful souls in the live. 281 likes. Let's go. Let's get the likes all the way up to the watches. Let's go, baby. We used to have we've had 1,200 likes on this show before. A few times. Won't be the first time. All right. Shout out to all my beautiful sponsors. ITrust Capital. Open up an ITrust Capital today. That's an IRA. You can move your IRA into their IRA and trade cryptocurrency tax-free. Link in the description below. What do you got to lose? I personally wouldn't. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking this financial advice. I personally wouldn't put all my money into ITrust Capital just because you have to hold it there for a long time, and I'd like to take some profits in the next 4 or 5 years. But I'd put 1%, 5%, something like that of my entire net worth, throw it in there, put a Bitcoin or two inside of my iTrust Capital account and let it sit. It's also backed 1-to-1 by the government in a way no other bank account or any other kind of policy is really backed up. So iTrust Capital, man, you can't beat it. Hit the QR code, hit the link below. iTrust Capital. Shout out to iTrust Capital. Thank you so much for the connection and the affiliation. We love you. And we are sponsored by iTrust Capital. Just to disclose. So Pepe, low, high, higher low. Can it maintain the higher low and break through this resistance at 18,497? It's been hitting for so long. You know what I mean? It's going to take some guts to grab some Pepe right now. I'll grab I'm not going to grab a lot, like $300. $250. I'm going to keep it super low risk. See how when I hit that number, it went all the way to 18? Just be careful. That's got me a few times. And then I add to my PEPE bags. How much PEPE I got now? I got about $1,000 worth of PEPE. So I still own PEPE. I don't think people realize that. I've never really disclosed that. But I still own $1,000 worth of PEPE. PEPE paid me very well. I made about $13,000 off PEPE in 2 weeks. Took it to the bank. It was a beautiful time. So look at BOOKMAP now. Massive short squeeze. Looks like we tapped almost 29,200 to come right back down and get rejected yet again. The volatility on this Monday is insanity. I tell you, be careful on Monday. False move Mondays for sure. 7-minute one at a book, rolled over. Couldn't get above this resistance. Maintain that as a resistance. A sharp one too. And that also looks like a bearish retest of the descending triangle now. I don't mean to confuse you because I kind of have two patterns going, but... And then we have this line just as a falling wedge, but... Bearish retest of the descending triangle further to the downside. And there we go. That was a bearish retest. And now you go further down to the target, 28,880. We started the short at the very beginning of before the live stream even started in my trading group. The idea, you know, I didn't open up a short. I don't like trading Mondays, but that was likely we were going to drop to the downside. And there you go. Look at it. Nailed it. And I love when people come here and they're like, he's always bullish. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm whatever the market gives us, man. You know what I mean? And look, there's the long squeeze to the downside. We had the liquidity down here, 28,006, 28,005. We've talked about it. It's likely we're going to go scoop up that liquidity and go further to the downside. I don't see why we won't, but just be careful. It's been a vol. Look, now they get bought back up on a wick. It's been a very volatile day. People are scalping on the basically with 100x leverage in and out. And just most people know, but if you'd come into the channel, my dad passed away May 2nd at 76 years old. We had a beautiful 40 years together. I love my father. I still can't believe he's not here. I still can't believe he's not with me. There's days where I'm a complete rock and I can't even cry. I'm just like this. And I could do that for a couple weeks straight. And then there's like a few days where it just like, when I go and visit my mom and I go back and I see his bed and I see his bureau and I see all his things, it just absolutely kills me, you know? Hey, look, we got back inside of the structure. This is crazy. So it looked like a bearish retest, got the dumpage, almost hit target, got all the way to 28,968, but then the market bought it back up again to the upside. These are great prices, in my opinion, for Bitcoin. Anything between 15,000 and 30,000. Like, I opened that window because you have to look at Bitcoin up in 200 grand, 300 grand, 6-7 years from now. These prices that you're buying right now, and then if you compare them, and people say, oh, you can't get rich with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes to $500,000, let's say in 6 years, Bitcoin, like 2028, the next halving, right? So 5 years, fine, 6 years, Bitcoin goes to let's say $450,000. All right, divided by 29,000, right? Sorry, yeah, 450,000. You're talking a 15x, all right? That's 3x a year. I'm just saying, most people don't 3x a year in the stock market. They're downplaying the idea that Bitcoin could become a really good returning asset compared to the rest of the world. Yeah, we compare it to altcoins at 100x. I get it, but let's look at traditional finance though, and really break it down. You know, so Bitcoin struggling to hold 29,000. Really trying to make this, accentuate this bullish divergence here. It is a bullish divergence. They're attempting to find how many people they can liquidate at this level first. Like, we should see a liquidation right now, if I'm correct. Yeah, right there, see? Because they're attempting to push down the liquidate. Now we want to see less liquidations each time. 19, 24, 31. There still could be more. You want to see them exhaust the liquidations. And there's 28,000. There you go. On the futures market, we're at 28,990. And I mean, descending triangles break to the downside. You even got the bearish retest. It is what it is, man. Let's take a look at Doge. I use these days to add to bags, to build positions, not to stay, upset or, get in the, you got to get out of that mentality. You can't let red days make you feel down. Red days should make you feel good. Listen to Master Friend, man. Red candles are what you should be feeling. You should be fiending for red candles. Absolutely fiending for them. They should make you salivate. Like, word. That's where I want to get down. So Doge, people said Doge was pumping today. I guess up 5%. Where did I have my last Doge chart? I'm like, yeah, so we talked about Doge breaking out of this tight channel to the upside. 13% gains for Doge. Look at that. Banged to the upside. Doge. I only want to see if I had that posted. I'm pretty sure I did. See, I remember this like double. And remember, today is Token Metrics Day. Get your new Token Metrics information every single Monday in the trading group. XCAD gave us gains. You know what I mean? That's all we needed to know. So like a fool, maybe I went over this online I definitely super chatted this, right? Well, look, it hit the target exactly, which is kind of crazy. 13% gains for Doge. And Doge getting a little bit of a pump. I don't know. I didn't see the Twitter news. What was the news? I didn't hear the news. Let's see if Elon said something, right? Look, he already got the X up now. X.com. Kind of interesting. Just use one thing. Our headquarters tonight. X. He's funny. I don't see the news for Doge. If anyone knows what happens with Doge, let me know. Yeah. X.com. It's kind of funny. Just one thing. Yeah, this dude's hitting aspartame, man. Come on, man. You got to get off that. Anyway, so, yeah, there you go, 29. And so this is the channel to come to. We're going to show you what's going to happen to Bitcoin, whether it's long or short, every single day here. I'm telling you right now. We're not going to be, oh, it's bullish, it's bullish, it's bullish. I used to go to other channels when I was younger, and the guys would swear something was going to happen for days, and then it wouldn't happen. And then they'd come back again with the same. I'm like, come on, man. Like, just say you don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. Like I say it every day. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. It helps me tell you guys the higher probabilities of where it is going. The second I tell myself I know where Bitcoin's going, I have no clue where it's going. You get it? I've lost the sauce immediately. But when I say, hey, I have no idea where it's going to go, I read the charts the way then I see the descending triangle and I listen to the descending triangle. Pretty simple to me, right? Like, I don't reinvent the wheel. And if you eventually hit my target at 28,891, what are you going to say? Right? You're going to say that, oh, I just got lucky. That was a coincidence. So that means every time I've done this on my channel, it's been a coincidence. The hundreds and hundreds of times that the technical analysis has played out, it's been a coincidence. You know what I mean? I feel like I verifiably prove to you every day on this channel that technical analysis plays out and works. I simply found probabilities to play out, and I show them you every day, and they play out. I don't know what else to tell you. Right? So Bitcoin getting a nice dump to the downside here. Bitcoin dumps usually get a little bit of watchability. Be very careful with other people's shoes on the stairs. I love you so much, and I never want to see you get hurt. No more shoes that aren't yours, okay? She has me completely. The show stops when she's around. Like, I can't. Like, she's just too cute. But 28,891, we went to 28,929. I was off by $40. You gotta give me some credit here. You know what I mean? And I was able to draw it out and figure it out pretty fast. this is how you can learn how to trade, okay? Use smaller time frames to pick up on what's happening in the market. Smaller time frames will teach you a lot. They will teach you a lot. No one told me my head was cut off. My head was cut off today, and nobody said anything. Hey, now, what if I just did this? Hey, everybody, my name's Sam, Sammy Price over here, and today I am the... Look, you never saw my face, and I only just did this. And I was like the guy in Home Improvement, right? Hey, what's going on? And you just had to guess what I look like. You're like, I think we know what he looks like. Shout out to everybody here in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset. And there we hit my target to the downside. Nailed it. Shout out to anyone that took the trade. Nailed it. Nice short. Beautiful. And there's money to be made every single day in this market. That's beautiful right there. Absolutely beautiful. 28,886. And we hit my target to the downside. Congrats. With the bearish retest, which is the perfect entry right there. And boom. It's the safest entry when you try to retest back inside the pattern. But if you can't find the pattern, then you can't find the retest. So you got to learn your patterns. And if you can't find the pattern, you can't find the measured move. That's how I was able to figure out where price was going to go. This is all simple stuff to me. I hope it makes sense to you. I teach it every single month, the last Saturday of every month. Sign up to class today. If you don't understand these concepts, you don't understand what just happened here, you got to take class with the lifer. All right? You got to get into class. Technically still holding a strong bullish divergence here, though, which tells me that this should be our bottom for the day. Like, at one point, we should get the liquidations that matter. So now we look here. We want to see less liquidations. We're getting more. We got 60,000 this time. But then we got 31. We got 13K there. See how we had 31, but then we had 13K? Price went lower, but we got less liquidations. That's what I like to see. That's kind of like money flow drying up. You know what I mean? Then look, we just looked at 828. Now we look at 89. Now we're going after the shorts. This is a regular Monday, baby. Look what they're doing, man. This is just a regular Monday. Just going all over the board here. This divergence tells me we should eventually maintain a low for the day and get a move back up. Now we have another resistance set right here at about 29,070. So now you have three levels you have to get back above to even consider bullishness. These yellow lines here, 2970, 29,250, and 29,367 for Bitcoin. All right. And now if you just opened up a short and thought you were sweet and you were over leveraged, you just got hit off again. So it's crazy. It is crazy. Man. Just people that, you know, Mondays are vicious. Mondays are a vicious day to trade. I'm just warning you, heeding you, explaining. Mondays are bad news. All right. Master friend, here he comes to save the day. And shout out to Lewis, who signed up for a one-on-one today at 3 p.m. I can't wait to see you today at 3 o'clock, Lewis. I appreciate that. So look, stop saying So look, I do see a bullish divergence on the 7-minute. However, divergence only plays out as good as support or resistance. Like, you got to be able to break back inside the zone. We hit the measured move with the descending triangle. So far, so good. The trade played out exactly as planned. With the bearish retest perfectly in tow. And there you have it. Now we have a bullish divergence. Can we maintain? And can we bring ourselves back up? Now, what could happen is we can make some type of shoulder ahead, some type of right shoulder, and break back up. What I want to see is we can get back inside of the bullish megaphone. I just want to see if we can get back inside the bullish megaphone. That, you know, that would maintain market structure. Look at this as kind of just like a quick little, you know, bear grab, or bull trap, a bear trap, I mean, and we get back inside the pattern. But only time will tell, and we'll watch the smaller time frames for confirmation. So if you're on the channel, we've gone over the weekly. We've gone over a bunch of stuff. Let's take a look at the DXY now and see what's happening. Doge did get a little bit of a bounce to the upside here. I don't know what the news was. It was consolidating like so with tight moving averages. Low stochastics in the 1 hour time frame. But not a huge move for Doge personally. We'll take a look at Doge in a little while. We'll keep it on ice. Let's look at the DXY. Because we have to. The DXY, baby. The DXY. Why do we have to look at the DXY? Why? Why do we have to look at the DXY? And I found this little thing that will light me up a little bit there, but it's like fake light though. That's all right. Why am I shiny now? Hold on. Whatever. Shout out to all the beautiful souls in the live. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at the DXY and break it down. I'm feeling good energy today. Who here feels the energy of the live? Who feels the strength of the live? I can feel it, man. The lifers are strong, a strong group of people, man. A very strong group of people. So let's take a look at what happened to the DXY. We maintained that the 7 would come back down to market structure. We hit it. Now you're kind of coming back to the top of the pattern. It's kind of crazy how pattern trading 101 plays out for the DXY. So I'm going to recreate this because you can't see what's happening there. That's sauce. Let's get you nice and situated. Let's go look at like a really big time frame. So this is the dollar index, all right? Maintains a bottom down there at 750. Maintains a local top here at 120. Got pretty close to 115 before it slumped back to the downside. Had this major support zone at about 101, 100 area. It loses that. You can see it probably comes back into this chop at about 97. And then it could go even further down to the 88 area. So this is kind of what we're looking at. Seems to be maintaining something like this too. Some type of upward channel. Which, I mean, that would eventually break to the downside over time. Rising wedges, that's considered a rising channel. Rising channels break down 68% of the time. But whatever, we'll break that down. Right? I mean, that channel starts in 08, 2008. That's a big channel. So we maintain the idea, look, kind of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. We found the bearish div here on the 2-week chart. I called the top for there, if you go to the weekly even. But right here, I was on the 2-week, and I was like, I mean, the 2-week was basically flat or to the downside, and that was sharp up. 2-week and the weekly both had bearish div, as you can see. And the last time I saw a bearish div like that was on Bitcoin, when people said it was going to 100K, and it never did. Interesting, right? So, maintaining this idea and this idea, I called the top for the dollar, ended up buying a whole Bitcoin, and so far, we have been falling to the downside as suggested, okay? Now let's break down what I've been watching. So then I drew this falling wedge. And I was maintaining we were going to drop here because I found on the 3-day chart, I found a hidden bearish divergence as this was swinging down, but this is swinging up, and it told me that we were likely going to break to the downside with the overbought stochastic RSI. And then we maintain this resistance here. If you're new to the channel or you're just coming in, we're looking at the dollar index in depth. Just kind of show you we did call this top and we did call this top on my channel. And we did it with divergences. Okay. This is guaranteed. Everyone knows that I call this hidden bearish. I said it 100 times. I was, concerned about the Adam and Eve double bottom here, but then that divergence came in and it played us to the downside. Then we maintained that we were going to drop further down, and I kept calling for a drop for the dollar index. I had this up a little more bigger, and I had us dropping down to about 98, right? Yeah, market structure could have changed a little bit, but you could say bounce, 99. We lost the $100 level, but we bounced right back to the upside. 3-day chart's oversold and wants to bounce back. Look at that. See how well that 3-day chart reacts? Back to the upside. Let's go to our 4-hour chart. 4 hours very overbought, extremely, with bearish divergence and a rising wedge, telling us that this is basically not sustainable and likely to break further to the downside. So we would love to see this structure here, see all this stuff, turn into some type of resistance for the dollar and to have it break further to the downside. Right now, the 4-hour suggests that we will get a dump on the dollar, which could help Bitcoin's cause, right? Get a nice rejection by the 200 SMA and then go further to the downside. I'd watch this 4-hour time frame. We'd like to see the dollar break down, not break up out of here and do something like that. So the next few days are going to be big to see kind of if the dollar continues its downward structure or gets a move to the upside. Someone asked me about Zen yesterday, last night on the live stream. It had already broken out. We had talked about it earlier. We had actually hit that for gains. We had put it out in the trading group. I said I would wait. Looks like a pullback is coming somewhere to the 21-day moving average, right? I think I deleted the averages, and here you go. See how price action's coming back to that 21? If you can back test and understand what I understand about price action in the 21-day moving average, it'll change your life forever. Like, you will never, I can't say never, but you'll likely have so much more control over your trades once you understand how price and the 21 interact with each other. Honestly, I think it's a key. It's a key to anyone's guide to being an amazing trader. Understanding the 21-day moving average and how price action interacts with it and how much you need it for your next big move and using it as your constant, you know. So I'm looking for Zen to kind of fill this out, but I wouldn't be surprised if Zen did break out of here. This is cup and handling. That's a cup and handle right there. And you got some good resistance chop. Because you came up, you fell through. You came up, you fell through. Resistance 3 times, and there too. Broke back up. Use that as the bounce for the SR flip. And you have enough liquidity right here to back you up that you kind of fought through already with the double bottom. So Zen looks interesting to me. I would keep it on the radar as a possible mover this week. Zen on MEXC. You know, again, I have an alert here. When the alert hits, I tell my trading group. I even tell my trading group about the alert, so you can set the alerts yourself. But I'm sure people, you know, because I do it for a living, this is all I do. I won't forget. I'll be able to, you know, update you and keep you going. So let's take a look at the total market cap. I was looking at the short on ID. It did break out a little bit. 18% gains in total. Shorting ID. It just looked nice. Look, it was oversold in the Stokes and getting tight with the moving averages. Simple to me. That's all. You know, it wasn't, I don't recreate the wheel, man. I have my checklist and I go over my parameters, but I don't make it harder than it needs to be. You know what I mean? The idea is to do it over and over again. You got to find a system so you can do it over and over again. The problem is people don't have a system. They're trading all different ways every 5 seconds. Each trade must, in my opinion, and I'm not a financial advisor, but each trade must be very similar to the last in how you partake in the trade. Again, no trade's going to be exactly the same, but how you partake in the trade, each trade's going to be very similar. All right. 7-minute did get the bounce so far. Bullish divergence bounce on that 7. However, you got to break back inside the pattern yet again. I didn't mean to make that yellow line. Forgive me. Shout out to the 642 people on the live. I hope who here is learning something today? Who here is getting something out of their time here with me and they're not wasting their time? Who here feels great about the time they're spending here on the channel? And that's what we want to do here. We want to make sure that you do not waste your time. You can see this is a clear resistance here. We got to get back inside that zone. The volatility is crazy today. Up and down, up and down, up and down inside the small market structure of the 7-minute time frame. Bears could not break past 28.81. Beautiful price action for Bitcoin. Anyone that scooped up 28,000 price action, right? All right. $29,100 as Bitcoin holds 29K, but losing 30K in Fastly, dropping to the downside this morning. If you're new to the channel, we're maintaining that Bitcoin did make a bullish divergence here on the 7, but it must break back above this high here that starts the divergence at about 29,369 to even kind of hold the day. We had a descending triangle that hit the target. It's attempting to break back inside, get back above this line here that's been the resistance and the support for BTC. So 29,150 is a hard level as well that we need to break back above. So that's kind of where we're at right now with Bitcoin. If you're watching the channel, we called the short this morning at about 8:30, 9 o'clock in my trading group. The short played out and did hit the target. Had you been in my trading group, you would have been in the gains. Just putting it out there. It is what it is. We put out a Bitcoin call every single day here in the trading group in the morning and at night and even on the live stream. You can track me. You can find out how many times when I make a call, am I right or wrong? Write it down. And if it's worth it and you think the probabilities are high, you just keep coming back. All right. So I do everything right here. You can see it all. And then you can make the decisions. It's all transparent. You figure out whatever you'd like. Okay. Trading is also tougher in the summer months, but it's a great time to learn. All right. A great time to learn. Getting rejected again by that same area of resistance for Bitcoin and about to get overbought on the 7-minute time frame. You can even see people in that trading group trading Doge. You want to enter at 6,850, he'd be up gains on 7.5 right now. See? And people talk about strategy. We have a bunch of amazing traders in the trading group that just want to be in there. They want to be part of the group. Like, they want to be in the mix. It's a great place to be. All right. Did I delete my old Doge work? I still don't know what the news was. Someone said there was Doge news, though. I still haven't heard or figured out the Doge news. It's too fake. I wanted to add that apply, but it's just too fake. I can't do it. Anyway. Any Doge news out there, turn DMs off is a good idea. No distractions, all charts, AM. I do that. Yep. Bitcoin maintaining a flat zone here at 29,120 right now. Let's take a look at Doge. We'll take off the moving averages, look at the daily. For me, Doge is it's in what it looks like accumulation. Am I buying Doge? Am I going to swing trade it? Probably not. Maybe I would trade it for a night or two. You know what I mean? In or out. In or out. Like, if it works. If it happens to be the coin of the night. But, other than that, no, I'm not all about it. Not my thing. Doge rises after Twitter rebranding, Bitcoin slides. One analyst pointed out 27,000 could be a short-term target for Bitcoin amid a lack of positive. Yeah, Dogecoin jumped a bunch of 5% on the back of Twitter rebranding on Monday. The meme coin bucked the broader markets slide as Bitcoin slipped to under 29,100. Elon Musk owned Twitter is the process of rebranding it to X, a part of his artificial intelligence focused group of companies called XAI. Musk added Doge ticker logo to his bio earlier on Monday. There you go. Can't see it anywhere. Maybe it was right there for like a little bit, for just like a moment. He's just trying to tell you something without telling you something, right? Anyway, funny Coke Zero because it's got the aspartame in it, right? I think we're seeing something going on here. That stuff is gross. I don't even want to talk about it. Anyway, so back to Doge. So Doge, long-term accumulation, in my humble opinion, inside this like long-term bowl. All right, it's a good sign. Seemed to have maintained a bottom at 4.8. It's pretty close to its lows, 5.8. Had that, crazy spike up last November to 15 cents. Would revisit all the way back down to 5. Would have some spikes up to 10 cents a few times. So that's kind of another range that we're going to have to deal with when we get to it. All right. So now I kind of have a sense of price action. and it hit the bottom of the range, came to the top. If it can't break out and retest 8 cents, it's likely to drop again further down. So just a little retest news. So you're looking, if it breaks out and it boom, I mean, that would be the place. And then get that gap up, possibly even all the way back up to 15 cents. You see? But if it breaks down, I would look to accumulate more Doge at 5 cents. So it's one of those two moves for me personally, and it's when the daily resets on the stochastics RSI. MACD is getting a little weird. RSI still has room to go, though. It's not over yet. Slap on the moving averages now, and look where the 21 is with price action, and then maintain a flag on the 1 hour time frame. You can see my mark, it just I do the same thing over and over again. If it makes that flag, I may trade it. If it doesn't and it starts to get rejected, oh well, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? You project into what you want. If it doesn't go into the way you want it to go, then you don't make the trade. These are the concepts in which I teach every single day here on the channel, all right? And this is the channel to be at if price action's bugging you out, you're not sure what's going on, you need to stay calm. You need to kind of, you want a clean, calm picture of the market. You want to see someone buying red candles, adding to their bags for the long term, holding basically a long-term goal and sticking to sticking to the script, really. That's important. So shout out to everyone that does that with me every day here on the channel, no matter what happens to the market. Because if you let the market control your emotions, I mean, you're going to be all over the place. Plus, you're going to be sad when the market's up. You're going to be down when, it's going to control literally how you feel. It's not going to be fun. You don't want that. You don't want that. That's why you have to remember that you are the opportunity, and nothing can take that away from you. Nothing can take that away from you. All right? And with that being said, let's come with the news at 11:30. I'll be right back with the news. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I do the Crypto Lifer Show. With the Crypto Lifers and me, we create the greatest show on the internet, in my humble opinion. We give you 3 to 5 minute news segment that really breaks down what's happening in the market. Doge just spiked 5%. What's happening? What's going on? You woke up, you just got the information. You want to see what's happening. You click on my video. You get all of it in 3 to 5 minutes. So shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. Elon rebrands Twitter to X, spurring scores of wannabe tokens. One token zoomed 1,200%, even though it's related. Project closed in May. So funny. Several tokens branded X popped up on decentralized exchanges overnight as Elon Musk-owned Twitter started dumping its iconic blue bird logo for an X symbol. X.com now points to Twitter.com. The interim X logo goes live later today. This is crazy. Musk first tweeted about the forthcoming change over the weekend. Twitter CEO Linda Yaccarino confirmed the rebranding on Sunday. X is the future state of unlimited interactivity, centered in audio, video, messaging, payments, banking, creating a global marketplace for ideas, goods, services, and opportunities powered by AI. X will connect us all in ways we've just beginning to imagine. I believe it. In April 23, when Musk merged Twitter into X Corp, he also registered XAI. It's another reason to have a YouTube channel or to be a social influencer type of person. They're changing the way these technologies are working. As technology makes it quicker and faster, it makes it better and easier for people like me to make more money. So I'm super excited to be part of this movement as X continues to grow. This is great for all the creators and everyone out there, specifically if he kind of maintains his unbiased kind of sense of open-mindedness here as he's been doing with Twitter. So I'm excited for this. This is a big deal. This did have Doge getting some gains for the moment, right? So pretty interesting. So Doge prices rise after Twitter rebanning. Pretty awesome, right? So that's kind of the news, right? World's mainnet LD token goes live. WorldCoin's mainnet. Launch of the token comes alongside protocol launch and prior release of the wallet. And remember, this is his kind of watching. It's kind of like they want to use your eyeball, right? It's pretty weird. Sam Altman's crypto project WorldCoin launched its WLD token and mainnet, the firm said Monday on Twitter. Altman is the co-founder of OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. The company ramped up expectations on Twitter over the weekend, and Semaphore first reported the news. although the launch was expected with an announcement going to the press under embargo. A prompt to update a mobile app was shown to users on Sunday, which blocked functionality in the app with the message, "It's time. Join us in the World app, July 24th, 11 a.m. This project kind of freaks me out, and it's got biometric verification in it. The introduction of a token also means the project is finalizing its migration to the Optimism network, a layer 2 scaling option for Ethereum, and that orb availability will be ramped up worldwide. Up now, 200 orbs have been made available. The firm plans to make 1,500 orbs by the end of the year, and they add the option to book appointments as opposed to pop-ups. The orbs are made in Germany, said Tools for Humanity's chief. Verification will be in 35 cities in the coming months, and the app is available in 100. Orbs have scanned over 2 million people. It's kind of weird, man. You know, like I don't like getting involved in a tech when I don't know where it ends. Like we don't know where that information eventually goes, and it's like, where does it end? We don't know. Pretty weird. Bitcoin volatility drops to yearly lows as the FOMC meeting looms. Yep, 30-day estimate for the world's largest digital asset has fallen just 0.7%. Bitcoin's lowest realized reading since January. Yeah, I mean, you're in the middle of July. You have a rate hike coming, right? People don't want to get throwing huge orders into Bitcoin to see if they can make a gain. You know, they know there's volatility. So you have the crypto volatility index designed to mimic similar functionalities to that of the S&P's 500 VIX. Also dipped to the lowest recorded levels. The index takes into account both Bitcoin and Ethereum's implied volatility over a 30-year period. Daily moves between 5 and 10% are not uncommon in crypto, though trading has remained relatively muted in recent months. Periods of excess max exuberance beget higher levels of volatility for digital assets. So we are still maintaining to make gains, and we show you that there's still money to be made out here in the market, which I find fascinating. So that kind of is an advertising for this bear market not being as bearish as it could have been. Low volatility, a lot of fear, a lot of horrible news, and yet we're still taking gains out the market. Pretty interesting to me. So, and everyone, that's kind of the news today. Not insane, you know, pretty flat like Bitcoin is for the moment. But thank you so much for jumping on into the news, and I appreciate you guys for listening to the news. Bitcoin holding above 29,000, still getting rejected by this flat line, which was the bottom of the descending triangle that I had drawn. Looks like it's getting another bearish retest, possibly a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Could it maintain its way out of here on the 5-minute resetting to the downside? I would look for more of a drop again as it keeps hitting the top of the range of this wedge. The only thing going for right now is this bullish divergence on the 7 that's attempting to maintain market structure and say, hey, we can't dump anymore. That's going to be our low on the wick, which isn't that crazy? It went right to my target. You don't think that's crazy? It wicked a little past my target. My target was 28,000, like 880 or whatever, right? It went to 28,868. I was off by $12. I mean, that's how good measured moves are. Forget, it's not me. I just took the measured move. I was just able to find the right pattern, and I knew what the pattern told us was likely going to happen. This is why I love pattern trading, and this is why I use it so much. You know what I mean? We always lose about 100 people when I do the news. I'm wondering if I should ever do the news again. We had 600 people. I do the news, we go to 528. I know it is some people that jump over to the other shows that they watch at around 11:30. So I maintain. I'll talk about my team, but sometimes I'm wondering, should we just end the stream at 11:30 every day? You know, make it an hour and a half long show. However, that would take away a lot of viewership. That would last hour. We do get a good amount of viewers. We still have 528 people watching, but it does. I think it hurts the algorithm when you get people to leave, right? But the algorithm sees that every day that we kind of spawn off between 11:40 and 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? We kind of we spill off, whatever you want to call it. When Bitcoin dumps, 3S tokens pump. Just remember that. All right. I have a list of the 3S tokens on KuCoin, and then there's also 3S tokens, and then you can match that list on KuCoin and use that to basically short any coin on MEXC too, or to open up a leverage trade with very, very small leverage. I always maintain, I traded for a long time before I got into leverage trading. I'm talking 10 years. I spot traded 10 years before I even looked at a leverage trade. And there was years where I never thought I would even touch it till I got with the right group of people, the right mentor, and we have a group of people in my trading group that leverage trade, and they do it very seriously. And so I started doing it with them. I got, my group teaches me. I'm not the end all. I don't know it all. I'm not the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm the greatest thing since sliced pickles, but not since sliced bread. All right, let's make it clear. So, but I learn from each and every one of you every single day in the trading group. Like, I love the trading group. It's one of the greatest places to be, you know. There's still a 5S token here, pumping to the upside. How much is that up now? Yeah, about 4.5%. I'll be clear and tell you, I'm not trading today. You know what I mean? Heavy volatile Monday on a low volume July. There's no need. But I will I will buy these red candles, and I will take advantage of these lower prices when people aren't paying attention. You know what I mean? And I just scan the market like a banshee. You see me going through the market crazy. There's thousands of coins out there. Every day there's something worth looking at. Every day there's something worth making some type of idea about. This loop looks interesting as it's maintaining this falling wedge with the oversold 1 hour time frame. Tempting to break out as we speak. It's got some cup and handle vibes to it. I don't like how the 21's curving, but the moving averages are getting tight. Something I might just throw an alert on. If I miss this initial pump, maybe we'll consolidate. Something like that. I'm always just looking for new coins, some new blood. XCAD's been on my radar. XCAD. And it's also been on MEXC. Dude, look at this. 26% gains. And it's simple. All you had to do, you're in my trading group, right? You join the token metric section. But I'm just hitting like random numbers. You join the token metric section and you go back to last week, 717. They had Caspa, which was a big gainer for the week. They had XCAD right there at 94 cents. And they loved it, right? And it's $1.13 now. I'm just saying. And we talk about how we go, and that's why we go over token metrics coins. So we did skip the weekly screen share this week. I apologize for it. I just been running around. The summer's been crazy. But we'll be back this week with it. I appreciate it. I just had to travel on that exact night that and I usually make it back up, but I hadn't seen my family in a week. So that Saturday morning, I was going to be like, now I'm going to work again. I just wanted to give my family some time, honestly. You know, make them number one for once. Like, it's all about you guys. You know what I mean? And so that's what I did, right? But XCAD still, and we'll teach you what coins are hot and what coins are likely to make a move that week based on, I just scan the markets and I go over it over and over again, right? Look, we gave you, on top of that, we gave you XDC. Funny, XCAD, XDC, both pretty close. XCAD, you know, right? But same thing here. We talked about this in the falling wedge, about to break up down here. This thing would moon a total of 85%, still holding gains of 60% if you fell asleep on this one. We had drawn a Fibonacci, and, you know, there's no signs it was going to make I didn't think it was going to make a massive move like that. But there was a sign that it was going to at least go up 30%, go up to 35, and this thing would just continue to moon. And I would have put this on your radar at the exact point before it started to pump, right there. No stop loss got hit. I would have taught you Fibonacci on that, falling wedges, tight moving averages, even the point of control on the VRVP. So there's so much to learn from. Even if you don't make money on the trade, go back. This is the thing that I'm ashamed for not ashamed, but I know certain people aren't getting as much out of the group as they could. Like, for instance, XCAD will pump, and they'll be like, man, I missed it. And they'll beat themselves up and get all, like, anxiety. But they won't go back, look at my XCAD, or go to XDC, search it in the trading group, find out when I put it out, see what I'm talking about. Like 12% gains I'm looking for, right? See what I'm going for. See what I'm looking at. See what I picked out. Bearish momentum on the MACD. Look at the charts. Look at what I said. And then be like, and then have an aha moment. Oh, that's how he figured it out. Like, back engineer how I put together the trade. It's all there for you. It's all there for you. So I don't want anyone beating themselves up when they miss a trade in my trading group. I want you going over that idea and back testing it and saying, hey, what else could I have learned from this? You know, or can I find a coin today that looks similar to XCAD, XDC now? You know, so market structure is a little weird right now. It's getting overbought. 4 hours suggest that this thing's about to boom and go further to the upside. I'd pull a Fibonacci from this to this, and you can see we came down to the 706 and bounced nicely. This thing looks like it could really moon, and it's got some hidden bullish as it swung up, but it swung down on the 4 hour time frame. Wow. I'd watch this 1 hour. Wow, and this thing's pumping right now as we speak. I'd watch this 1 hour for some type of flag later on today into tonight. This thing may make gains again into Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe, something like that. That 4 hours aggressively pointing to the upside with some hidden bullish divergence. I don't like the market structure. Like, I don't like this pattern. It looks really weird. But I am seeing some things that I traditionally go for that look interesting to me for a possible move further up. So DSLA got a huge pump. And let's take a look at the total market cap of all of the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin. Let's see what happened to these puppies. So we got that major pump up. It was great. I started making a flag. I was like, if we can maintain this flag, we could pump up to 376, right? I said, but we could also drop back down, right? And I showed you the symmetrical triangle, and the symmetrical triangle had 50% patterns either way. We kind of went up or down. Eventually, we would break further down to the downside. Let's just take a look at this all by itself again. I haven't looked at it kind of alone in a long time. So we had this previous resistance area that we've come back to hit on the weekly, which was where these candles closed here, and we've bounced. And we have another resistance at $447 billion. So we've bounced nicely off a double bottom at 289. All right. 289 billion. 345 billion, all right, is where we stand right now. We also have a resistance zone right above us in between there. We've been kind of maintaining 1, 2, 3, 4. We've been in a range. The altcoins have been in a range between 287 billion and about $400 billion, all right? What do we see happening right now? Well, the weekly is still pointing to the upside with momentum. It could turn down, but so far, so good. The 3-day chart's got that curve on it, right? And you have this kind of double top, broke to the downside, broke back up. What you'd like to do is maintain this structure here. See this resistance? If that resistance can maintain, if the altcoins maybe go sideways and down a little bit, I'll be honest, late July into August, sometimes there's a late August pump, but like just late July into August have always been, I remember them because I've traded many summers now in a row, and the summers are they're just tough. They're tough months. I would love to tell you to your face, it's great. I'm not saying you can't make gains. I'm not saying you can't learn how to trade. Of course, best time actually, I believe, to jump into the trading group is this time now, you know? So we want to see Total 3 maintain market structure and price action above $331 billion. We lose 331, we're likely to come back down to 289 one more time. So, and that 3-day looks like we could be getting a bit of a reset here. Daily also kind of maintaining some type of more downward structure. So altcoins don't look amazing right now on the bigger time frames. Look like they need to reset a little bit and find that support. They were attempting to hold this zone, resistance, but you could never really hold that POC, that point of control. So this is kind of where we stand. We just got to watch this type of sideways price action. And just know that if you lose this level at 330, you're likely coming down to test 299 and lower. Maybe even that low there, 288. So, altcoins, I wish they looked a little better. That they don't look that amazing right now, right? It would be great if we can just maintain that bounce, right? And then you'd get the length of this wick to wick. And that could break us further up to about, 419, right? So, this is the total market cap of all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. I did say Ethereum to make you laugh, okay? Can you look at Fat Pepe on Dex Tools? Your thoughts? Only 69,000 total supply. Someone asked me about this already, and we wanted to move on from it. We didn't like it. It looked like a rug pull. We weren't into it. I'll look at it again, but I'm not a fan, and I love you. I'm not upset with you. I'm just not a fan with Fat Pepe. All right. I can't even find the thing correctly. See that? You know what I mean? Like I just put in Fat. Fat Pepe Rap B&B. I don't even. You have to. I have a responsibility to the public to not just put out garbage on my channel and just whatever I see, or like. So for me, it's in the future, DM me stuff like this, or maybe DM Zeno and say, hey, I really like this coin. Is it rug pull or is it whatever? And we'll do like at least a couple hours on it, or an hour, and then if we feel like it's worth it, we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? So Fat Pepe came up. We already went over this. It looked like a rug pull. We talked about this yesterday or 2 days ago. I remember it. I said it came up. Beautiful move to 530, all the way back down to 26 cents, right? And now it's just in a rug. I don't know what to tell you. Looks like a rug pull to me, Anyway, yeah. A recent poll showed that 68% of Gen Z were 100% okay with in-home camera monitoring. Why would you want in-home camera monitoring? They say coin lasted kissy. My bad, mods. It's all good, Ben and Doug and all you people. We love you. Super chats. Thoughts on Litecoin before it's halving? EU on MEXC and FAP on Dex Tools. I mean, the halving must be 40 days away now. Remember, we kept looking at. Remember when it was 90 days, dude? 9 days away. I said 40. Wow, Litecoin's halving is coming in 9 days on August 2nd. Honestly, Litecoin has a halving, right? Let's take a look here. I'm gonna blow your mind, and a couple other YouTubers did this too already, and I saw it, and now my mind's piecing it together. But I just want you to understand that just because the halving's coming doesn't mean it's gonna be like, I don't know. It's not gonna like change the world, So Litecoin's having. I just want to see every block halving every 4 years on Litecoin's blockchain. Litecoin's initial block reward of 50 Litecoin. It spits every 4 years. This lowers the rate. 25. The block reward will be 625. Halving will end approximately by year 2142. So look, if we look at LTC, USD, they have an all-time history index for this puppy. Been on Coinbase actually since it's in. I remember it was on Coinbase when it first ever even came out. Let's get rid of the moving averages for a second. Look at like a weekly. So halving in 9 days, August 2nd, right? 2023. So it had a halving in. It must have had a halving in 2017 then, right? No, I'm sorry. I'm bugging out. 2019. I'm like, you're crazy. August. Look what happened after the halving. Price absolutely dumped. So it looks like it kind of pumps up into the halving, and then it completely dumps. So Litecoin kind of had its accumulation. Look, 53. It pumped all the way to the high of 112. Did great. Came back down. I feel like it's not going to do much, honestly. Hate to say. And then 2016. So after the halving, I don't know. Everyone believes just because the halvings are supposed to make everything great, but Litecoin's not really talked about a lot. It's a good coin. Don't get me wrong. I think I own a bag of it for whatever reason. But, I mean, Litecoin, you know, I don't know. I just, I don't know, man. You know? I don't see a huge push just because of the halving. I have to be honest with you. The weekly looks, I'll just look at the TA and see what the TA says, you know? Again, you got the bullish megaphone kind of forming, or this channel at least. Hold on. So that key area of resistance for Litecoin, 105, 100 area, you know, $100 really. Daily wants to make a move. All right, to me, you're maintaining this here. You broke out, broke back inside, and you're making an ascending triangle. We can get tighter in here and they can break out. So having or no having, I could see a move coming for Litecoin up to 150. I mean, that would, you know, just tells me there's a possible chance. Now, the daily also is in this, like, falling wedge. 68% chance that breaks to the upside, the length of that pole there, right? And maybe I'm wrong, and I eat my words. I'm not always 100%, you know, and I have to be honest. I'm not getting that, like, oh, yeah, Litecoin's going to get a huge halving and it get pumped up. I feel like it will get pumped up a little bit, maybe 130, somewhere area, and I think it gets sold off pretty hard after the halving. So. You don't like silver, XD. I love silver. Super chats, Egu on MEXC. Yeah, Eguverse. That thing has been pumping crazy on and off randomly. It'll just let off, right? One thing right off the bat on the daily, it doesn't, like, the candles are pretty weak, okay? Daily's oversold, though, and could maintain a move up. 22, but market structure is weak. When I mean that is, see how the candles aren't full? So, like, that was the order book for days. Back and forth, back. What do you want, honey? What, baby? That book? You want to read that book? Yeah. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You can't take me out of here. Come here. Let me hold you. Let me hold you. Hold you. They can't see you, though, okay? No. 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 Oh, you just cut my knife with your foot. Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, I'll be off soon. Super chat to clear. Eagleworks looks really strange. I'd be careful trading anything that looks like this. I'll be honest. No real market structure at all. Like, if anything, you just have to say it's like back inside this wedge after it broke out a couple times. It could break out again. It's very oversold. 1 hour wants to make a break up again too. Just lack of liquidity. See how these candles are so small? I don't like to trade stuff like that, personally. Liver goes so sweet and soft when she comes in. You can tell she melts your heart, Sammy. Oh, she's the best. Shout out to Stacy Broussard. We love you. Shout out to Michael Paz. We love you. Shout out to Graphics. We love you. Those synths were on point for that TA. You're funny. She's cute. Casper Max, you can see. Just another Bitcoin fork. Nothing special. You're funny. I think push on those Bitcoin forks because, well, deep down they are just clones of Bitcoin. Can end up as the poor man's Bitcoin, both Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash. Possible. Every Litecoin halving tops 1 month prior and then goes down for 6 months until Bitcoin's halving. Yeah, it's kind of what we're seeing. You know, it looked like we topped at about 111 before the halving, yeah. Yeah, and everyone, thank you so much for being here. 467 people, 400 likes. Let's get the likes all the way up to the watchers. Still 100 or 61 people, but everyone, thank you so much for being here. Bitcoin held 29,090. Lackluster day. Be careful. Don't overtrade on Mondays. Take it easy. One day at a time. We're going to find the gains this week. We're going to do it one step at a time. We're going to take it easy. We're going to maintain. I got some things that I'm already looking at in the trading group that I posted to the trading group that I didn't talk about today on the live stream that I'm maintaining are looking pretty good. So we'll go from there. Last Bitcoin update right now, 15 minutes, getting overbought and couldn't get above the zone. This rising wedge looks, this falling wedge looks like it may actually continue further down and continue to dump. We also dropped down, hit the length of the base of this descending triangle here, retested, came back, and we just can't seem to get back above that zone. So that bounce area there as support became a new resistance at 29,158. And the 15-minute looks to roll over yet again. Possible, almost in a way, another kind of descending triangle in here. If you can see it, let's look at the smaller, like a 5-minute. Yeah, you got a shoulder head and you got an inverted head and shoulder here that could try to play out. I am watching this bullish divergence on the 7 with this swing low to swing low like this. I see that's downward. And if you go to the RSI, it's an uptrend. It tells us that should be our bottom with the wickage. And we do see an inverted head and shoulder here, right? And you're starting to get the space between the 21 and the 200 SMA, which usually kind of gives you a move back to the upside. So my maintaining structure is this bullish megaphone that we lost. It would be great to get back up above this structure, which would be basically 29,700, 29,650 to remain bullish. So that's an area that we're really, really paying attention to closely on the day. For me, I'm not long until Bitcoin can get back above 30,300 yet again, that weekly support and resistance level. And it really got rejected by 30,004 here once and twice on a wick and then fell to the downside. So where do we go if we lose bigger levels? Well, we already kind of have it mapped out, but we know that if we lose this key level here, right, at 29,000, we're going to test about 28,006 and 28.5. We lose that level, we're going to test 27,003, and then we could go all the way to 24,700. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, it's on the radar. It could happen. You know, look how fast we fell down. You could do a move that fast too as well. The bigger time frames are starting to get oversold. You know, like the daily, the 2-day, but the 22 hours still kind of an indecision, in the 4 hours starting to get oversold too again. But still, I mean, I've seen massive dumps come when you just cross that dotted line. So we're not out the woods yet, in my humble opinion, out of the bearish tones. The bulls will have to get us back above where this wick hit right there at 29,360 just to even begin a talk of being bullish. Okay. We do see an inverted head and shoulder on that smaller time frame, but we're also overbought on the oscillators. So it's interesting, you know. But you have a shoulder, you have the head, you have the right shoulder. That should give you a break up the length of the base right here to the upside. So I'd be watching this closely for a move. Again, Bitcoin has to break back above 29,366 to even just begin the talk of bullishness. Even these areas first, but that's like the main area you got to get back above. So if you see us come up again and just roll over again, it's likely we go further down, and you could just extend this trend line, and you'd be looking to drop. And our next area there is 28,890, where we already tested again. Do we double bottom there? You know, we got bought back up on a wick, which showed there was some buy pressure on this Monday, and there is the shoulder, head, and this right shoulder. That has a 68% chance of breaking to the upside. So that target would take you to about 29,331, but you got to get back above 29,370. Got to pump up to this 200 SMA. Got to get back inside the bullish megaphone. There's a lot that has to happen for Bitcoin to remain bullish. So right now I remain bearish. You know, short term, fine, maybe a swing trade here and there, but I remain bearish until we get above 30,300 for BTC. And that's my day, baby. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. It's 12 o'clock, another beautiful live stream. Thank you so much for jumping on in and having a blast. Let me jump back into the chat. Just see what beautiful souls are still here. Ben Frank, we love you. Darth Dude, Crypto Bellico, BRMC, Legos the Lifer, Matt Skiski, Edward, It's Bitsky, Crypto Bull, my man Ace K, Mars Solo, Love Learning. Thank you for everyone that came in today. Thank you for every single one of you. I met the CEO of IBM in Sweden. They're all in with quantum computing in blockchain. Amazing. Cake Superstar, my man. Shout out to everybody here. We love you. We appreciate you, and I thank each and every one of you for coming on in. I'm going to show up every day, dressed to death, ready to go, or dressed to impress. I shouldn't say dressed to death, but I love you all. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. May God bless you all. Thank you.